Lesson 103. God being love is also happiness. Happiness is an attribute of love. It cannot be apart from it, nor can it be experienced where love is not. Love has no limits, being everywhere, and therefore joy is everywhere as well. Yet can the mind deny that this is so, believing there are gaps in love where sin can enter, bringing pain instead of joy? This strange belief would limit happiness by redefining love as limited, and introducing opposition in what has no limit and no opposite. Fear is associated then with love, and its results become the heritage of minds that think what they have made is real. These images, with no reality in truth, bear witness to the fear of God, forgetting being love, he must be joy. This basic error we will try again to bring to truth today and teach ourselves. God, being love, is also happiness. To fear him is to be afraid of joy. Begin your periods of practicing today with this association, which corrects the false belief that God is fear. It also emphasizes happiness belongs to you because of what he is. Allow this one correction to be placed within your mind each waking hour today. Then welcome all the happiness it brings as truth replaces fear and joy becomes what you expect to take the place of pain. God, being love, it will be given you. Bolster this expectation frequently throughout the day, and quiet all your fears with this assurance, kind and wholly true. God being love is also happiness, and it is happiness I seek today. I cannot fail, because I seek the truth. Lesson 103. God, being love, is also happiness. We're on that open road now. Let's press the pedal and let the truth roar through the countryside of our minds. You ever walk into a room and feel it before a single word is said? The air's stiff, joyless, like something sacred got vacuumed out. That's the absence of love, not because love left, but because it's being blocked, like light behind a thick curtain of thought. The Course says happiness is an attribute of love. That means joy isn't just a side dish to love, it's baked into the essence. You can't separate the two without creating an illusion. No love, then no joy. No joy, then no truth. But here's the interesting thing. Most of us grew up believing in a love full of gaps. You know the kind, I used to love you, I fell out of love with you, I love you, but... That's not love. That's fear playing dress-up in emotional clothing. That's specialness, not love. And specialness is always followed by pain because it promises what it cannot deliver. Permanence in form. Love doesn't flicker. It doesn't come and go like a paycheck or a mood. Love is, always. And if love is, then so is joy. So why do we suffer? Because we believe in gaps. We think there's space where love isn't. A crack in the divine where pain sneaks in. We think sin can wedge itself between us and God, and now he's sitting up there with his arms folded, waiting to punish. But let's really look at that. What would sin even mean in a reality where there's no opposite to love? We're told love has no limits, so anything that has a limit, fear, pain, attack, guilt, can't be love. And here's where it gets metaphysical. If love is everywhere, then there are no places left for fear to actually exist. Only in thought, only in imagination, only in the illusion. So now we're riding in this mind like it's a fastback Mustang, trying to navigate with a broken GPS. Turn left into guilt. Next stop, abandonment. But today, we rip out that old system and install a new one. We practice remembering God is love, and therefore God is happiness. That means joy isn't something we need to chase, it's something we need to unblock. Now pause with me here. What happens when you associate fear with love? What kind of Frankenstein's monster do you create? You get someone saying, I'm looking for a God-fearing man, as if fearing the source of joy is somehow holy, but the Course flips the script. To fear God is to fear joy. Let that hit. We've inherited this idea that spiritual maturity comes from trembling before God. But trembling isn't love, that's trauma, that's ego. When we think fear is a sign of devotion, we start worshipping an idol made of shadows, expecting punishment, bracing for pain, calling it God's will. It's like a person standing with their hands up, shielding their face from a divine slap that never comes. They stay frozen there, generation after generation, preparing for a punishment that isn't real. All the while, joy waits patiently behind the curtain. The Course calls this a basic error, but instead of fixing the illusion, it tells us to bring it to the truth. You don't make a dream holy, you wake up from it. That's why we don't try to mix fear with God or joy with guilt. We unmix the two and let the pure thing shine through. And now, let's get poetic with it. You are not a sin waiting to be punished. You are not a mistake in need of correction. You are love's reflection, unbroken, unharmed, unshakable. Joy is not outside of you. It's not a lottery ticket. It's your inheritance. So today, you bolster your mind. That's your job. You bolster the expectation of joy like a good lawyer building a case. Here's the evidence, Your Honor. God is love, God is happiness, and I was created by Him. That's it. No counter-argument holds. When fear pipes up, you shut it down with this assurance. It is happiness I seek today because God is love and love is what I am. No halfway joy today. No conditional peace. No bargaining with guilt. We go all the way. And what does it look like to go all the way? It looks like smiling for no reason. It looks like forgiving before you understand. It looks like walking into a room full of heaviness and saying, love just arrived. Not because you're arrogant, but because you remembered your source. Let joy take the place of pain, not tomorrow, but now. Let truth replace fear, not after therapy, but in this holy instant. The world may not recognize it. Your old thought patterns might not either, but your heart will. And God, being love, being happiness, will not delay in showing you He's been here all along.